in the planetary system right now into the mix of the class. So yeah, any questions before we start? Good, okay. Let's just practice then. Go ahead and find a comfortable seat if you're not already there. Sometimes I like to just kind of move my body a little bit. Maybe you want to roll your head around a couple times or roll your shoulders around or even stretch your arms up. So anything that feels good right away in your physical body, and then just settle into stillness. Find your seated meditation. Close your eyes. No rush. Be intentional also about where and how you place your hands. So maybe your hands just rest on your lap, palms face down for a little more grounding, palms face up for a little more receptivity. Maybe you bring your hands to your heart, prayer position, or even one hand to your heart space, one hand to your belly. And with your eyes closed, just simply notice how you feel. Notice how your body feels. Notice any sensations that are there. So physical sensations. And then also energetic sensations. Also emotions. So just what is going on inside your body today? What's there? What's present for you? Start to notice the rise and fall of your breath. And next time you inhale, very intentionally, fill up as big as you can with air. And when you think you are full, see if you can sip in even a little bit more. Feel this prana inside your body, this life force energy. And then when you're ready, big open mouth sigh to let it go. Ah, yes, breathe it out. Do that a couple more times. So inhale, fill up. Take that moment, pause at the top. Let it circulate around. Feel the fullness inside of you. And then when you're ready, sigh it out. Let it go. Ah. One more time. Biggest inhale you've taken all morning. So very intentionally fill up. Maybe sit up taller, take up more space energetically, hold. And open mouth sigh, let it go. Ah, very nice. Seal your lips now. And start to cultivate ujjayi breath. Start to engage your ujjayi breath. So in and out through your nose by way of the back of your throat. And it's a deep diaphragmatic breath. So you feel it all the way down in your low belly. You feel that expansion of your entire upper body almost with each inhale. And that contraction, that hugging in and that letting go of each exhale. So take a moment to just focus on your breath, to follow it with your awareness, to deepen it. You can stay right here, your seated meditation, as long as you would like. When you feel ready to add some movement, take that breath with you and come forward onto your hands and your knees. So no rush, take your time. But once you feel ready to move, hands and knees, and then just start to move in any way that feels good. So if that's cat-cows to begin, perfect. Inhale to arch and exhale to round. And then get as intuitive, as creative as possible. So maybe you start to move your hips side to side or all the way around in great big circles. Maybe you just want to sit back into a child's pose and rest there. Feel the ground underneath you for a moment. Take some energy from the earth, so to speak. So just make this your own. Feel from the inside, perhaps keeping your eyes closed for now, and just allowing yourself to let go of your thinking, talking, judging mind, and feel into your body, your felt experience, your felt senses. So notice what feels really good today, what feels really strong, what feels open, and then what feels stiff or tight or a little bit sore perhaps. And you don't have to figure out why. You don't have to fix anything. You are just observing. You're just taking in information. Give yourself a few more rounds, and then we'll meet in a downward facing dog when you are ready. So no rush. You can take as much time as you'd like. You can get there in your own way. So if you want to move through a vinyasa, feel free. If you want to hover your knees and tabletop for a moment, find your strength, and then slowly lift your hips up and back. Perfect. And as you move back into your down dog, keep exploring, keep feeling from the inside. So feel your spine. Is it nice and long or is it rounding? How could you make it a little longer? Maybe you bend your knees a little more. Feel into your hands, your fingers, your shoulders. See if you can find strength in your arms rather than just feeling like you're sinking into your shoulders, your elbows, or your wrist joints. Feel your muscles engaged to hold you. Really nice, you guys. You can pedal out your heels. You can shift your weight around. Maybe you even want to take one leg up to the sky and stretch it long than the other. So no right or wrong. What feels good in your body, go there. And then don't forget about your breath. So make sure it's still big, spacious. You still have the awareness of it. You can still feel each inhale as an expansion, as a filling up, an inflation, almost like your body actually gets lighter as you inhale. And then each exhale is like a plugging in. Feel your navel draw towards your spine and feel your intrinsic strength. Find that navel to spine connection. Take one more big inhalation into your down dog. And then as you exhale, gaze forward to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, find a halfway lift position, spine parallel to the ground. Pause here for a moment. Bring your feet at least hips width distance apart, all 10 toes face forward. And then we're gonna twist. So bend your left knee a lot, left fingertips to the ground, right arm to the sky. You can use a block under your left hand if you would like as well. And then think here or feel here, feel your right leg getting longer. So work the length from the crown of your head back to your right hip, and then from your right hip down to the inner edge of your right foot. So stay rooted through the inner edge of your right foot. Breathe down into your belly and use your exhale to work your twist. Take one more breath. Awesome job, you guys. End of your exhalation, unwind, and just slowly switch to the other side. So bend your right knee, right fingertips on the ground or right hand on a block, left arm to the sky. So make your left foot active. Maybe pick up your toes and spread them, and then really try to press into the inner edge of your left foot as you drag your left hip towards the back of the rope. Crown of your head reaches forward. Yes, beautiful. Nice, Christine. And then see if you can feel your breath moving all the way down into your belly. Use your exhale to gently ring out a little bit further. Take one more. Nice, Megs. End of your exhalation, release, forward fold, and just hang out here for a moment. You can take a ragdoll if you want, grab opposite elbows. You might bring hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, base of your skull, give the back of your neck some traction. Maybe a little sway of your upper body side to side, Vajana, or maybe a little bob up and down. So try to keep your weight just slightly forward in your feet rather than rocking back into your heels. Little or big bend in your knees, whatever feels most skillful for you. And then lift your sit bones as high as you can as you let the crown of your head move a little bit closer to the ground. End of your next exhale, release your arms if you're holding them. Inhale, one more time, halfway lift, spinal extension, lots of length. Exhale, fold. And then reverse swan dive. So come through your halfway lift and continue to rise. Inhale, arms to the sky, big full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms up and stretch. Swan dive down. So exhale, stick your butt out behind you, reach your heart forward. You might bend your knees a lot. Eventually bow in. Breathe in, halfway lift position, nice and long. How much length can you create? Beautiful. Exhale, let it go, refold. Now press into your feet, lead with your heart, rise. Inhale, arms reach up, full body stretch, lengthen through your side bodies. Hands to heart, exhale. Let's do one more round, just like that. It's a half sun salutation. Inhale, high mountain, stretch. Let your breath take you down slowly. So exhale, heart guides all the way down. Relax your neck at the bottom. Let your head be heavy. Halfway lift position with your inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Try to gaze down like you're gazing over the edge of a diving board. Back of your neck long. Exhale, fold. Yes. Press into your feet. Lead with your heart all the way up. Inhale, arms reach through your fingertips. Try to touch the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then exhale this time, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. So getting into our shoulders, roll your shoulders back and down, squeeze shoulder blades towards your spine. And if you want, you can even press your palms together. That'll make it more intense. Now, without locking out your elbows, see if you can start to reach your hands back away from your body. And then maybe add a little back bend. So lift your heart up as you reach your knuckles down. Press your hips forward gently as you hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more big inhale. Breathe into the front of your heart, front of your shoulders. Keep your clasp and exhale, slow dive down, forward fold. So hang out in your forward fold with your fingers interlaced for about 2 or 3 breaths. Try to let your head be heavy. So neck is relaxed, face is soft. You might even shake your head yes or no. See if you can lift your sit bones, your butt higher towards the sky. See if you can lift your knuckles higher, possibly even forward. Soften through your face, unclench your jaw. Take one more big in-breath. Exhale, hands to your low back, and then gently release your clasp. Let your arms hang. You can shake them out if you'd like. Next time you breathe in, halfway lift position. Realign your spine. Exhale, fold, and then plant your hands, step back to plank pose. Pause here for just a moment. So spread your fingers wide and push the ground away. As you push the ground away, see if you can draw your belly button in and up, and then feel your breath in your back body. See if you can squeeze through the fronts of your thighs, your quad muscles. Start to take little baby rocks forward and back. So just an inch or so of movement, not much. You don't change your body position. You're just feeling it in your wrists, your fingers, your toes, your ankles. Everything else stays the same. Next time you inhale, find that little rock forward. So you're on your tippy toes or knees come down to modify. Exhale, lower halfway down. So strong arms, elbows over wrists rather than behind. Inhale, push back up, high plank. Do that one more time. Little rock forward, lower halfway. Hold until you're emptying your breath. Strong arms, strong belly. Inhale, push back up. Nice work. Exhale, slow as you can go all the way down. Beautiful, friends. Find a back bend of your choice today. Spider-Man cobra, baby cobra, full cobra, up dog, sphinx. Wherever you want to go, just opening through your heart, opening through your front body. You can take a couple breaths or so. When you feel complete with your back bend, downward facing dog. No rush. Get there in your own way. Just transition with intention. So your breath, your body, what's there? Notice, feel, and observe. Once you're back in down dog, you've got about 5 more rounds. So anywhere you want to go, you can explore just like you did before with movement, or you can be still and maybe you explore those little tiny micro movements on the inside. So the ones that I probably don't even see if I'm looking at you, but you feel them. So for example, what would it feel like if you push down more into your index fingers and your thumbs? What would it feel like if you externally rotated your shoulders out away from your ears a little bit more? What would it feel like if you bent your knees more? Does it feel better, or does it feel like you lose the stretch in your legs? So just stay curious. Your pose, your expression of the pose today in this moment. Make it work for you. Can you feel your breath moving into all the little spaces? Good job, you guys. Take one more huge inhale. And then exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or float. Forward fold, top of your space. Halfway lift as you breathe in, long through your spine, long through the back of your neck. Stick your butt out. Good. Exhale, fold, and bow. From the press of your feet, lead with your heart all the way up. Arms reach as you inhale. And hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, take your arms to the sky. And then this is a little funky. We're gonna sit back into a chair with a twist. So bend your knees and reach your left arm forward, your right arm back. Sometimes I think it's easier if I bring my big toes to touch and then I can squeeze through the tops of my thighs. So that's totally an option if you want to take it, but it's just an option. Do what works best for you. Nice, good, Jana. So weight in your heels and then try to keep your knees nice and even. Feel the twist coming from your center, from your belly button, right underneath your rib cage. Maybe gaze back over your right fingertips. Take one more round, sit a little deeper. As you inhale, come back to your high mountain. So reach up and stretch. And then as you exhale, we'll go to the other side. So bend your knees, sit your butt back, right arm forward, left arm back. If you've got your big toes touching, you can squeeze through your thighs. If not, just pay attention. Keep your knees nice and even with one another. Good, Meg. Twisting from your center. Yes, very nice. Crown of your head is still lifting up. Spine is still long. And then breathe all the way down into your belly. Each exhale, there's your invitation to twist just a little further. See if you can sit back a little bit deeper and then maybe gaze back over your left fingertips. Take one more round. Soften through your face. Inhale, come back to your high mountain. So back to center, reach up and stretch. Baby back bend as you exhale. So if you like your feet wider, you can step one foot out a little bit as you curl open. Inhale to re-extend and realign your spine. Exhale, slow dive down. Stick your butt out, reach your heart forward, all the way down, forward fold. Halfway lift with your inhalation. Beautiful. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank. Take your vinyasa however you would like. So add push-ups if you want. Take it on your knees. Substitute cat-cows. Skip it completely. Whatever works best for you. And then back to downward facing dog. All right, great big inhale. Take your right leg to the sky, three-legged down dog. Take a moment today and just do whatever feels good to you. So if you want to keep your hips square, really work the length from fingertips up to your right foot, perfect. If you want to open your hip, you want to roll out your ankle or even circle your right knee through space a few times, go for it. So anything that your body is calling for, any way you want to explore your three-legged dog. And don't do something just to do it, but actually feel from the inside, feel from the present moment. What would feel right for you right now? How could you explore your body with intention? Take one more inhale, and everybody just stretch your right leg really long. Hips can be open or square. I don't care. Just lengthen. And then exhale, right knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Push the ground away. See if you can get higher on your back, tippy toes. And then exhale, step your right foot through, low lunge. Rise up to crescent lunge as you are ready. So front knee over front ankle, high on the ball of your back foot. And if you want to modify by keeping your back knee on the ground or taking a warrior one instead, that's fine with me. If you're in crescent, find stability through your legs by energetically pulling your front hip back and your back hip forward. So it's like you're taking the femur bones, those big bones in your thighs, and you're plugging them into the hip sockets. So you're building a strong foundation, and then your upper body is your unique expression. Tone through your belly, navel to spine, and as that happens, you can feel your heart lift a little higher. Maybe you can reach a little higher. Maybe you can gaze up. So feel into your crescent lunge right here in this moment. Take one more in breath. Beautiful. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. And then root through your front foot, standing splits. Float your left leg to the sky. And I know Sarah likes to modify with a pyramid pose sometimes. So if you'd rather take pyramid instead, feel free. If you're in standing splits, left leg super high, spread through your left toes. Yeah. If you're in standing splits and you want to play, feel free. So maybe you take little handstand hops. Maybe you wrap your right arm behind your right leg, forehead towards your shin, nose towards your knee. So your pose, your expression, get everything you can out of it and just feel whatever there is to feel right here, right now. Good job, you guys. Take one more big inhale. Lift your left leg a little higher. And then everybody meet at the top of your mat, forward fold. So just step your left foot down next to right. Bring your big toes to touch, little gap in between your heels. Tuck and curl, so tiny little potato bug ball. Butt towards the ground, nose towards your knees. And you can either intentionally lift your heels high. And if you lift your heels really high, you can usually get your butt even closer to the ground and your nose even closer to your knees. If you'd rather, you can work your heels towards the earth like you're trying to step onto the ground with flat feet. So that'll work your ankle flexibility. It's just a different way of working the same pose. Option to wrap your arms around your shins, give yourself a great big squeeze, get as small and as compact as you possibly can. Take one more deep breath. Good job, friends. Inhale, halfway lift. So heels down, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold, bow in. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Inhale, arms reach up. Now pause here. Root into your right foot. Float your left knee up, standing staff. So balancing on your right foot, hug in with your inner thighs and focus your gaze on something in front of you that's not moving. So find your drishti, your focus point. Beautiful, slow, deep breaths. Take one more inhale. And then as you exhale, think of a hamstring curl. So left heel towards your left butt cheek. You'll hinge at your hips. We're moving into airplane pose. So start to extend your left foot back as you reach your arms back. See if you can keep a little lift in your heart like you're doing a baby cobra. And then imagine you want to get your back heel level with your front shoulders. Take one more round, your fullest expression. We'll land in a crescent lunge. So step back softly, arms reach up, gaze up, breathe in. Exhale, hands come down. This time, right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. And then you can either exhale straight to down dog or come forward, three-legged plank, or feel free to modify chaturanga, slowly lower. Lift your heart as you breathe in. You can take an extra breath or two if you'd like. Downward facing dog when you're ready. So big, spacious breaths. Slow and steady. Inhale your left leg back and up. Go ahead and move around if you want to, or just stay where you're at. Feel the movement of your breath from the inside. So working your pose with awareness, staying in integrity. So you're still pressing through your hands, your fingertips. You're still lifting from your center. You're still breathing slow, steady, spacious. Good, you guys. Next time you inhale, just stretch your left leg really long, make it strong, powerful. How much length can you create? Exhale, left knee to your nose. So scoop out your belly. Stay here as you breathe in. Really push the ground away, round a little bit more. And then exhale, step forward, low lunge. Nice work. Rise to your crescent. So slowly settling in, just feeling into your pose. Front knee over front ankle. High on the ball of your back foot. If you're modifying, that's totally fine. If you're with me in Crescent, find your strong foundation. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward. Your back toes and your back hip should face directly forward. Little tone in your belly to support your low back. And then lift your heart even higher. Possibly even take your gaze up. Soften through your face and just feel your body in Crescent Lunge right here, right now. Take one more huge inhale. Exhale, slowly, hands come down. Left foot roots down, right leg to the sky, standing splits. Or if you want to switch it up, modify with a pyramid pose instead, totally fine. If you're in standing splits, you have the option for play. So maybe you want to play with some hops. Maybe you want to play with your balance. Left arm behind left leg. If you are holding standing splits, try to gaze back behind you somewhere or even up somewhere. So rather than gazing forward or down, relax your neck, soften your face. Good job, everybody. Take one more big inhale, stretch your right leg up even higher, spread your toes. Thanks, Christine. Exhale, forward fold. So everybody, both feet at the top of your mat. And then again, find that tiny little potato bug ball. Big toes touch, little gap in between your heels. Curl in and get small. Give yourself a big squeeze if you like. Breathe into your back body. So see if you can literally feel the muscles in between your back ribs stretching and expanding just by breathing bigger. Good work. Take one more round in your tiny little potato bug ball. Get as small, as compact as you can. Inhale to a halfway lift. So heels down, spine long, realign. Exhale, bow and fold. Root through your feet, lead with your heart. Rise up. Inhale, stretch your arms up. Pause here in your high mountain. Left foot is your base this time. Right knee lifts, standing staff. So hug in with your inner thighs. See if you can feel a connection to your center, even here. Yeah, active through your right foot. Active weight is a lot easier to hold. It's a lot lighter. So make your right foot active. Take one more big inhale. And then ever so slowly, start with that hamstring curl. So right heel towards your right glute. And then hinge at your hip. Slowly extend your right leg as you take your arms back. See if you can keep your heart lifted, your gaze forward rather than down. Like a smiley face shape from the top of your head back to your toes. That's what you're going for. Yeah. One more round, your fullest expression. And then end of your exhalation, soft landing crescent lunge. So right toe step back, arms to the sky. Breathe in. Nice, Megs. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, three-legged down dog. So take your left leg to the sky. Straight to down dog, or exhale, rock forward into your plank. So three-legged or your own variation. Feel free to modify, lower down, chaturanga. Peel your heart open with your inhale. Keep your shoulders down and back. Whenever you're ready, downward facing dog. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. Take one more big inhale into your dog pose. And then exhale, gaze to the top of your yoga mat, step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Once you have arrived, breathe in, spinal extension, lengthen. Exhale, bow, let it go, fold. Root through your feet, take it all the way to stand. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's flow, breath to movement. Inhale, arms reach up. Chair pose with a twist to your right. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, back to center, reach up high. And then other side, weight in your heels, sit low. Left arm back. All the way to empty, work your twist. Inhale, come back to center, reach up and stretch. And then exhale, baby back bend. Cactus your arms, curl open. Inhale, re-extend, realign. And then use your exhale to slowly guide you all the way down, forward fold. Moving with intention rather than momentum. Halfway lift, breathe in. Good, exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Inhale, lift your heart, keep your shoulders down, away from your ears. Nice, Chris. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky, stretch and lengthen. Now use your core, exhale, step your right foot through as soft as you can. Nice job, rise up, crescent lunge, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale slowly, bring your hands back to the earth. Inhale, standing splits, or if you'd rather, you can take pyramid, left leg to the sky if you're in standing splits. Exhale, straight into your tiny little potato bug ball. So big toes touch, get small, curl in, empty out. Good job. Halfway lift position, heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet all the way up. Inhale, reach up, float your left knee up, standing stack. Exhale, airplane pose. So move through your airplane, feel it, then step back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, hands to the earth. Plant your hands firmly. Inhale, three-legged down dog, right leg high. Straight to down dog if you'd rather. Otherwise, come forward, chaturanga, lower. Inhale, peel your heart open. Little tone in your low abdominals. Exhale, take your hips up and back, down dog. Left leg to the sky, breathe in, stretch out. Exhale ever so softly, left foot steps through, low lunge, nice Sarah. Rise up, crescent, strong legs. Lift your heart, lift your gaze, feel the pose. Exhale, hands to the earth. Left foot roots, standing splits, right leg floats high, stretch it out. Exhale, step down, tiny little potato bug ball, tuck and curl all the way to empty. Halfway lift, heels down, spine long, realign. Exhale, bow, fold. Root to rise. So take it all the way up. Inhale, arms reach, right knee lifts. Exhale, airplane pose. So use your exhale to slowly transition through airplanes. Feel it. Then step back, crescent lunge. Inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Inhale, left leg to the sky, three-legged. Come forward, plank to chaturanga, your variation, slowly lower. Heart lifts with your inhale, press down through your pelvis and your shoelaces. Hips lift with your exhale. Downward facing dog. Take just a moment here. Find your breath if you've lost it. Slow it down if it's sped up. We've got one more round through that same flow. Listen for just a few small changes this time. If you are coming with me, one more big inhale into your down dog. And then exhale, gaze to the top of your mat, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, nice and long. Stick your butt out, reach the top of your head forward, back of your neck long. Exhale, fold in. Press into your feet, lead with your heart all the way up. Inhale, big stretch, reach up. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last time. Inhale, arms to the sky. Twist to your right as you sit back into a chair. So left arm forward, right arm back. Weight in your heels. Inhale, back to center, unwind, stretch. And then other side, right arm forward, left arm back, twist. Feel your core engage. Inhale, come back to center, reach up. Baby back bend with your exhalation. Cactus your arms, curl open, lift your sternum, tone your low belly. Inhale, re-extend, realign, nice jhana. And slow swan dive all the way down. Beautiful. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet to the back of your mat. Chaturanga Dandasana. Keep that exhale going as you lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Nice lifts. And exhale, lift your hips. Beautiful cast. Listen here. Inhale, take your right leg to the sky. You can stay here or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Inhale, three-legged dog, re-extend. And then right knee, right armpit. So get as high as you can, maybe even bend your elbows out a little, push up. Inhale, three-legged dog. Nice, so let's stretch it out. Now everybody, exhale, knee to your nose and step through low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge. Inhale, heart high. Gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Root into your front foot, standing splits. Float your left leg up, spread your toes, lots and lots of length. Tiny little potato bug balls. So curl in, get small, all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, halfway lift position, realign. Beautiful, and fold. Exhale, bow deeply. Root through your feet, rise up. Inhale, take your arms up and lift your left knee up, standing staff. Exhale, airplane pose. So slowly transition through airplane, feel it. Then step back, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth. Three-legged down dog, take your right leg to the sky, pause right here. Open up your right hip this time. So bend your knee, stack right hip on top of left. Feel that opening. Great place to stay or option to flip your dog. So step your right foot down behind you. And then right arm forward, heart forward. Good, nice legs. Breathe down into your low belly. Beautiful, Chris. Back muscles squeeze around your spine. One more round if you're in the back bend. Awesome, Sarah, come back regular down dog, I should say. So everybody for a moment, just walk it out in your down dog. You can keep walking it out. Or next inhale, rock forward, high plank, option to hover your right leg. And exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Inhale, curl open, find your heart opener, your back bend. And exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go, other side. Inhale your left leg to the sky. You can hold here if you want. Otherwise, exhale, left knee, right elbow. So little twist, use your obliques. Inhale, three-legged. Yes. Exhale, left to left. Get as high as you can on your left arm. Add a push-up if you want it. Don't let your butt drop. Inhale, back up. And then last one, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, step through low lunge. Rise with your inhale, crescent lunge. Heart lifts, gaze lifts. And exhale, hands come down. Root through your front foot, standing splits. Float your right leg to the sky, spread through your toes. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, get small. Find your center all the way to empty. Halfway lift, inhale. And fold with your exhale. Root through your feet, rise. Inhale, arms reach, right knee lifts, standing stack. One more time, airplane. So slowly kick your right foot back, reach back, then land softly, crescent. Inhale, exhale, hands to the earth. Three-legged dog, left leg to the sky, breathe in. Pause here, open up your hips. So bend your knee, reach your knee out and up. Left hip is stacked on top of right. Great place to stay, or option to flip your dog on this side. So left foot comes down, left arm reaches forward, heart forward. Yes, feel your back muscles squeezing around your spine, supporting your spine. Breathe down into your belly. One more round wherever you're at. End of your exhale, nice pristine, regular down dog. Just walk it out. Keep walking it out, or inhale, rock forward, high plank, option to hover left leg. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly lower. Heart lifts with your inhale. And then everybody, either down dog, child's pose, or hero's pose. So pick a pose that will give you a moment to come back. That will give you a moment to just reconnect with your body, with your breath, with everything that you feel inside. So notice now all that energy swirling around inside of you. It's always there. It's just a little harder to notice. So feel the aliveness inside of you. Feel your breath, slow it down if it's sped up. Almost like we're coming back to the very beginning of our practice again. Just notice how you feel. Notice what's there. See if you can be present with everything that's moving through you. In your next couple of rounds, downward facing dog. All right, take a great big inhale into your down dog. And then exhale, gaze forward, step or float, forward fold, top of your space. Inhale to a halfway lift position. Exhale, fold, and then listen, chair pose. So bend your knees, weight in your heels, lift your heart. And then we'll take a twisted chair again, but this time a little bit different. So bring your feet hips width distance apart if they're not already. Left hand comes down in between your feet, right arm to the sky. So it's like a chair pose mixed with that very first twist we did at the very beginning of class when we were in almost a forward fold. So now you're in a chair pose, both knees bent a lot, butt reaches back, crown reaches forward. Focus on working the twist from your center. If there is a variation that you want to move into, you are more than welcome to do so. So maybe you wrap your right arm behind you, half bind. Maybe you clasp your hands, full bind. If Bird of Paradise is in your practice or you've been working on it, you're welcome to explore it. Everybody, about 2 or 3 more breaths. So for me, this is one of my least favorite postures. This is so uncomfortable. See if you can just let yourself be uncomfortable and breathe into it. Soften around it. Awesome job. Birds of Paradise. Slowly start to come back into your twisted chair. See if you can find your way back down. And then everybody, very end of your next exhale. So take that exhale all the way to empty, then unwind, forward fold. Take just a moment, any variation here that feels good. So maybe a ragdoll, maybe you walk your hands over to the left side of your mat and over to the right side, just a little bit of exploration. So take just a moment in your fold, find your breath, slow and steady. Good. Inhale, realign with a halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to plank position. And then from your plank, side plank, right hand is your base. So roll onto the baby toe edge of your right foot, or if you feel like modifying, right knee can come down, no big deal, good Liz. And then left arm either straight up towards the sky, or maybe reach your left arm forward towards the front of the room and lengthen your left side. Imagine you're trying to create a rainbow shape or an arch shape with your body. So lift your hips, maybe float your left leg up. Awesome, cast. Soften around the posture, soften your face, soften your outer shell. Take one more round, your fullest expression. End of your exhale, plank or modified. Inhale at the top to prepare to find your strength. Then exhale, slowly lower. Back bend of your choice, lift your heart. You can take an extra breath if you want. For a moment, child's pose, sit back, breathe into your low back. Feel your body, feel your breath. So just a couple rounds in child's pose and then back to downward facing dog. All right, from down dog, inhale, take your right leg to the sky, and then use your core strength to exhale, step your right foot forward, low lunge, and then this time we're gonna rise to a warrior 2. So pivot your back heel down, cartwheel your arms up, settle in. So right toe should face directly forward, left toes directly to the left. Front heel either intersects your back arch or your front heel could line up with your back toes. And then wrap your right butt cheek underneath you a lot. Like you're trying to get your right knee to track towards your pinky toe rather than collapse in towards your big toe. Beautiful, nice poses. Next time you breathe in, reverse warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach up, try to find length, and then reach back. Keep the bend in your front knee. So bend your front knee, lunge deeply, and then imagine you're trying to lift your right rib cage up away from your right hip. Breathe into your right waistline. Reach through your right fingertips. Good. Both legs are strong. Press into the outer edges of both feet. Soft through your face. Slow, deep breaths. Good work. Take one more big inhale. Right side elongates. And then exhale, side angle. So come through your warrior 2. Reach forward, slide your ribs forward, tip it over, right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Keep wrapping your right butt cheek underneath you. From here, my friends, you can either stay in your side angle and explore in your side angle, or option for a balance, half moon. So if you would like, reach your right hand forward. Maybe you take a block with you, float your back foot off the ground, back leg strong and powerful. If the bind is in your practice, Ardha Chandrasana, you want to bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot, go for it. So your pose, wherever you are at, either side angle or half moon, you're breathing, you're feeling, you're in your body, what's there. Nice job. If you are holding onto your left foot behind you, slowly release and re-extend. Everybody take one more breath. And then end of your exhale, see if you can come back to a warrior two, slowly and intentionally. Good. From warrior two, straighten out your front leg, pivot all of your toes to face towards the windows, arms to the sky on an inhale, lots of length. And then exhale, swan dive down, wide-legged forward fold. So crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. You can either stay right there, breathe, work your pose, or anywhere you want to go to explore. So your own variation, your own expression today. Notice, feel, and observe. Where does it feel like your breath gets stuck? Where does it feel like there's tightness or density, heaviness? And is there a way you can adjust? Is there a way you can soften? Is there a way you can breathe into those hard edges? Good. Nice job, everybody. Take about 2 or 3 more rounds. Open mouth exhales at any time. Beautiful work. Next time you inhale, come to a halfway lift, fingertips on the ground, so bend your knees if needed. And then exhale, walk your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your toes to face forward. You're in a low lunge, just like we've been doing. 3-legged dog, right leg to the sky, inhale. And then exhale, straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga, lower down. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Hips lift as you breathe out, downward facing dog. Big inhale, lift your hips even higher, grow your side bodies longer. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, or hop top of your mat, forward fold. Halfway lift once you've arrived. Inhale. Exhale, bow, let it go. Chair pose. So one last time. Bend your knees, weight in your heels, lift your heart. Feet hips width distance apart if they're not there already. And then we will twist. Right hand comes down in between your feet to the ground or to a block. Left arm to the sky. So both knees are bent a lot. Weight is back in your heels. See if you can pick up your toes and spread them. Maybe left arm wraps behind your back, half bind. Maybe right arm reaches up. Maybe hands clasp, full bind. If bird of paradise is in your practice or you want to play with it here, go for it. About 2 or 3 more rounds, your pose, your expression, your exploration. If you're in twisted chair, be with the discomfort that's there and just allow it. Breathe into it, soften around it. Birds of paradise, slowly find your way back down. Everybody take one last round of breath. Work your twist as you exhale. Good, awesome, cast, and then slowly unwind, forward fold. So you can straighten out your legs, lift your hips, maybe ragdoll, maybe shake your head, yes, no. Maybe walk your hands over to one side and the other. And next time you breathe in, halfway lift position, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank, side plank. This time left hand is your foundation. So roll onto the baby toe edge of left foot. Or left knee can come down to modify, no big deal at all. If your bottom knee is not on the ground, then focus on lifting your hips really high, that arch or that rainbow shape with your body. Maybe right arm forward, maybe right leg floats up. So your fullest expression in this moment on this side, take one last round. Beautiful. End of your exhale, plank or modified plank. So take that first moment to prepare. Push the ground away, breathe in. And then exhale to slowly lower, chaturanga. Beautiful breath, back bend of your choice, inhale. And then for just a moment, child's pose. So sit back, rest, feel the ground underneath you. Imagine you can take energy from it. So it's like you're getting powered up. Just let the ground hold and support you. Take about 2 big breaths here. Maybe an open mouth sigh would feel really nice. And then downward facing dog. All right, inhale your left leg to the sky, stretch it out. Beautiful, and then use your core to step your left foot through, low lunge. Warrior 2 is where we're going, so back heel pivots down, rise when you are ready. Left arm forward, right arm back. So your gaze is going forward, your left fingertips, your left toes, and your left knee are all pointing forward, but everything else is open towards the side wall. So let your hips open, let your shoulders open, let your heart open. Yes, good, Celeste. Track your front knee towards your pinky toe, so wrap your left butt cheek underneath you. Press into the outer edges, especially of your feet. Next time you breathe in, reverse warrior, front palm rotates up, reach up, reach back. So you're still bending your front knee a lot, lunging deeply. Imagine you're trying to lift your left rib cage up away from your hip. Yeah, breathe into that space, your left waistline. Soften through your face. So you're not straining here. There's an element of effort and there's an element of ease. Take one more big inhale, beautiful Jana. As you exhale, come through your warrior 2, moving into side angle. So reach forward, forward, then tip it over. Left hand towards the ground, right arm towards the sky. Left elbow could also come to rest gently on your left thigh. Give yourself at least a couple breaths in your side angle. And then if you want to stay in side angle, perfectly fine. Otherwise, balancing half moon. So reach your left hand forward, take a block with you if you want. Float your back foot off the ground. Keep your back leg strong. So like you're stomping your back foot onto the back wall. If you want to bind, go for it. Bend your right knee, reach back, grab hold of your foot, and start to work your pose from there. Kick foot into hand, pull the hand back into foot. Everybody, all poses, heart open, hips open, shoulders open. If you're in half moon, see if you can lift your back leg a tiny bit higher. If you're holding your right leg, slowly re-extend it. Take one last big breath wherever you're at. And then warrior 2, come back into it as slowly, as gracefully as you can. Good. Once you've arrived, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Take your arms to the sky, big inhale. And then exhale, swan dive down, reach your butt back, heart forward, and then all the way down, wherever you want to go, about 5 deep breaths. So you can do what you did on the other side or go somewhere completely different. Notice what's there. Breathe into what's there. So again, those tight spaces. Is there a way you can adjust either physically or energetically or just with your breath to soften around those hard edges? So where you don't need to be tensing up, where you don't need to be resisting, can you soften? Take your last couple rounds. Next time you inhale, find your halfway lift with your fingertips on the ground. And then slowly crawl your hands to the top of your mat, rotate your toes to face forward. So low lunge, and then from your low lunge, 3-legged down dog, left leg to the sky, nice and long. Inhale here, and either exhale straight to down dog or come forward and take your vinyasa. Beautiful. Heart lifts as you breathe in. Hips lift as you breathe out. All right, everybody in downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your mat. Set your body down gently. If you know that this pose works better for you on your back or in a seat, of course you can take it there. If you're in regular pigeon, all of you guys look like you know what you're doing. You're setting yourself up with integrity. You're finding the structure first and then slowly settling in, bowing, softening. We'll be here for about 7 or 8 breaths. Maybe visualize your breath moving down into your hips, softening the muscles there, creating space there. Anytime you'd like, an open mouth sigh. Really good breathing. Take about 2 or 3 more breaths. An invitation, last inhale, just fill up as big as you can. Hold in fullness, sip in a little bit extra. And then open mouth sigh. Slowly begin a transition back to your down dog. You can get there however you would like. If you're on your back and you want to stay on your back, just take some neutralizing movements in between sides. That's totally fine with me. Otherwise, find your way back to down dog. Any way you want to get there, any movement you want to explore to get there, and then just walk it out in your down dog. So maybe you want to take some cat-cows. Maybe you want to take a vinyasa. Just notice right side versus left side. Good. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Exhale, pigeon pose. Left shin forward. Gently bring your body to the earth. Take just as much time, just as much care. Use just as much intention to set yourself up on this side. Slowly settling in with each breath. So rather than tightening up the longer you are in the pose, which sometimes can happen when we start to anticipate getting out of it, when we're just trying to get through it. So rather than just trying to get through it, just be here fully. Let go of resistance. Allow yourself to feel whatever there is to feel. So whatever is moving through your body, rather than resisting it, just allow it. Physical sensation, energetic sensation, breath, emotion, thoughts. So you can't turn your thoughts off. It's literally impossible as a human being. So instead of turning your thoughts off or trying to, fighting with them, just let them come, let them go, and you start to observe. You start to witness, you start to watch your thoughts rather than getting involved in them. So you are not your thoughts. You are underneath them. Start to feel into that place, that deeper part of you. Take about 3 or 4 more rounds. Good, everybody. Notice if you're clenching your jaw. Notice if you're tightening up through your forehead. And just allow those places that don't need to be tensing up to let go. Invitation, if you would like, to take your last big breath here with me. So next time you inhale, just fill up as big as you possibly can. Hold, sipping that little bit extra. And then exhale, let it go. One last down dog. So slowly, intentionally transition back one last time. If you're on your back and you want to stay there and wait for us, totally fine with me. Take any movement that calls to you from your back body. And you can take any movement that calls to you to find your way back to down dog. You can take one final vinyasa. Just walk out your dog. Feel into all that length, all that space we have created through our practice today. Very nice, everybody. Wherever you've chosen to go, give yourself one more great big breath. And then if you're in down dog, knees to the ground, end of your exhale, and just find your way onto your back, however you would like to get there. You can face either direction. Once you're on your back, full body stretch. So take your arms long and take your legs long. So arms overhead, legs forward. And then for most of us, our rib cage lifts up. So I'm gonna have you inhale and actively reach. And as you're actively reaching, I want you to try to press the backs of your ribs down. So next time you inhale, actively reach through fingers and toes. And at the same time, try to press the back of your ribs down. So you feel that tone in your belly as you're reaching. And then exhale, let go. Draw your knees towards your belly. So hug your knees in gently. Take a little rock from side to side. Let's take one final heart opener, bridge pose. If there is another heart opener that you would like to explore, please feel free. I will cue for bridge. So feet on the ground with knees bent, feet hips width distance apart, and your heels should be right under your knees rather than in front of your knees. All 10 toes face forward. Arms by your sides. Exhale to scoop your tailbone up first. So pull your belly button down, scoop your tailbone up, and then inhale, peel your spine up one vertebra at a time. We'll take about 5 breaths in our heart opener, in our bridge pose. So you can make it your own. Maybe you kind of work your shoulders underneath you, interlace your fingers. Maybe you take robot arms, bent elbows, palms face each other, fingers face the sky. Good. And if you've come to my class for a long time, you've probably done those little lifts and lowers with just your butt, like you're creating a tunnel underneath your mid-spine. You could play with that if you'd like. Flowing bridges up and down if that calls to you. About 5 breaths. If you're holding, hug in with your inner thighs. Press down especially into heels and inner edges of feet. And imagine you're trying to reach your knees and your shins forward towards the front wall. So the tops of your thighs, the front of your hips are lengthening. Good. Take just a couple more breaths. And then, nice, Chris. If you do happen to have your shoulders underneath you, start to work them out from under you, but stay in your bridge. And then everybody reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. So not overhead, but just straight up towards the ceiling. Take one more inhale, lift your hips a tiny bit higher. And as you exhale, as slow as you can, set your spine back down one vertebra at a time. When you get to the ground, when you're back to a neutral spine, tee out your arms. Bring your feet mat width distance apart, but keep your knees bent, feet on the ground, and just windshield wiper your knees side to side. Feel all the way down into your low back, all the way down into your hips. If you want, you can rest on one side for a few breaths and then the other side for a few breaths. Everyone, take about 10 more rounds of breath. Just finishing off your own practice for you. So maybe you keep hanging out in your windshield wiper or this variation of a gentle twist. Maybe you take a happy baby. Maybe you rest with your feet together, knees apart. Perhaps there's one last inversion that you would like to move through, or maybe you just want to roll your ankles and your wrists around a little bit. Another full body stretch. So lots of places to go. No rush. But eventually just start your slow transition into your final relaxation. And my thought for you today as you journey towards your Shavasana, it is by Brene Brown. It's about self-acceptance and authenticity. She says, the truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance. Because believing that you are enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. The truth is, belonging starts with self-acceptance. Your level of belonging, in fact, can never be greater than your level of self-acceptance. Because believing that you are enough is what gives you the courage to be authentic, vulnerable, and imperfect. So for these last few moments, accept yourself right where you are, exactly as you are, imperfect, vulnerable, open, human. And just feel what it feels like to be in your body. You are this wide open space for energy to flow through. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Just slowly bring gentle movement back into your physical body. As you feel ready, roll to one side, fetal position. And just take a moment to rest on your side body. And then using the strength in your arms, guide yourself back up to seated meditation. So right back where we began our practice. Sit up tall, close your eyes. Exhale in your breath. And one last time, inhale, reach your arms out around and up. Just symbolically gather in all the energy, all the efforts from our practice, and exhale, bring it into your heart, hands to heart. Thank you so much for being here, for letting me guide you. The light in me sees and reflects the light in you. Namaste. Yay. All right, friends. Thank you so much for coming. Ruby, thank you so much. She's like, she doesn't even move these days. I'm like, I know.